upload much in a while. And I actually haven't done any videos. So I think in terms of today, there's not any new inventory that I have put into the show, but there's a bunch of stuff that's available that is off screen. And so I'm trying out this with a sticker, coin one, coin two type format. So excited to pilot that a little bit today. And so we can always run some sticker type coins, a little bit of graded. There's a little bit of some bulk lots as well. So yeah, all should be fun. But what's going on, Skippy? The Tubu. I think we've still got the 4. I want to say maybe I sold you the other one. These Ansei period coins. These are not uploaded, so again, we have a good amount of stuff that would be up that alley, if that makes sense. But let's see. This is like probably like a 259 situation. I'd be making maybe $30 at that level. Yeah, those are the big ones. Let me pull out the scale. Let's see. But yeah, very fun to see everybody. And I know we have to get up and running. 5.64 grams. And we could try it. I mean, that's a big point to start with. We might have to go find some less expensive ones. Let's see, coin on screen number 1. This would be again like about 250. I feel like you've been a great customer. We can do 250. That's the difference of, if I make 30 versus $21 or $20. Nothing crazy there. And I should say this one is going to be again an Ansei Nibukin Tubu. Purchased this one from Japan, a Tokugawa Shogunate type, and that one is going to get our show started. I think in my entire inventory, I had bought a lot of 5. Every one I've offered has sold. We're now down to 3 left, but would be happy to grab some. The other one that I have, which is kind of cool, I sold the other 2 a little too quick wholesale. And maybe I'm going to come out and ask too much. I'm basically going to ask another $40 above wholesaling it. Is one of these Chogans. This is, oh, that's awesome. Easy does it. I appreciate it. Gonna ask $449 for this, but really, really interesting. Sort of in the Tokugawa Shogunate. I haven't offered many of these in the past, but these are much, much larger. This one is going to be like 152 grams. It's kind of like the Mega Mametagen. And so something interesting. RS, right, what's going on? Oh, shoot. Sava Florane is going to be the first or maybe second bidder there. It's the only one I have in my inventory. Really, really fun. And congratulations to Sev. Looking forward to getting that sent your way. Should be, let me just toss it back in the little thing that it came in. I wish I had like $1 million to offer everybody. I'll try to go find some, but I do not have any. So congratulations. And let's see if people wanted on these. And since I gave Skippy, we can try the other 3 here. Just some nice Japanese. Again, Ansei Nibukin. Of course, Sev. These are going to be like the 5.6 gram, much larger, 21% gold Tubu. A little bit earlier than the Menen Tubu, which I recently wholesaled a bunch of at I think 135. This is, a more imposing coin. Whatever, and I'm thinking it could be fun. Why don't I just dollar start this one as a fun way to say thank you to everybody who's been watching me with the pricier items. This is going to be a Shogunate 1 shoe. Again, very nice looking. Paul of the Wild, I don't think I actually do. We have some. This one's at $8 at the moment as a heads up. I think it'll, jump pretty nicely. Sean's coin, amazing win. Excited for you to snag that one. at that level. Let's see. There are just a ton of different types though, so it's been fun to get this sale ready. And we have a bunch of stuff that's also not going to be kind of in that. How do you call it? Let me just look and see if where I can find this. And this is not letting me. It wants me to grab this 05. This is like maybe a $39. No, that's a little pricier than that. I would say maybe $49. Bactrian unit, beautiful horse. This is going to be a Bactrian bronze of Euthydemus, one of the first significant Bactrian rulers of that time. Small German coins. I should have small Poland. I'm a little bit out of those, but I could find some small German stuff. That would be very fun. I'm really open to whatever. We should have a good mix. Let me see. In terms of small German silver, I just pulled some pretty interesting stuff. Let's see. It's been these are pretty interesting. These are Gire Khans from the 1500s to the like 1550s to 1570. Frozen date Hijri calendar, so it's kind of like Russian, Crimean, Muslim influence here. And so I think at $9, a very strong, good outcome there. This one is a little nicer looking. We'll start for 13 just to protect a little bit, but got a couple of these in recently and have been excited about them. This one has a fantastic style, very clear mark on the obverse. And Cowboy gonna snag that. We'll run maybe one more. This also really, really nice looking. We'll drop the well, yeah, we've got 15 seconds on this one. Let me try to find this 1578 WY, and again, very clear mark. Oh, Raslumi. Oh yeah. I forgot. I was just gonna say we have to. I have to contact you about if you would be interested in helping out Treasure Town at all. Basically, I don't want to like. There's a lot of logistical stuff going on at the moment, but basically looking for strength in terms of content production around some of the specialties that you might know a little better. All right, this one's pretty worn. It's a 3 pence. We'll go $49, which I think is a great place to be on it. But yeah, we're gonna be moving back up to like New York, Connecticut area, and I think we'll have the Texas office consolidated. 1578. I did pay like low 40s for this, so it's not a crazy bump. But nice little coin there. Jason Forbes, great to see / hear from you. Why don't we try WY550718? Yeah, sounds good. Treasure Town is a good spot to reach, or Christian H at Treasure Town, either one. Here's an interested Raslet Empire of Ismail, who would have been one of the imams of Yemen. Very interesting, larger Yemeni type. I had Yemeni food the other day, and it was really amazing. These were struck at the Al Majam Mint. So often there's like lions. We'll see if I don't think these ones have the lions or the fish, but very, very clear strike. And what's going J Mats. I think I should stop focusing on selling the coins and just look in the chat. No, in all seriousness, great to see you. Tiffany, what's going on? We got a lot of good stuff back from NGC but it's not, I don't think it's quite as expensive stuff as what we've been offering. But I've been meaning to reach out. Beautiful, a little bit of toning on this one. And yeah, exactly. There's the fish. I like the fish a little better than the lion. Perfect. You should, You're funny. These ones are interesting. I just got in, I think, 5 of them total, and I'm pretty sure I uploaded all of them. It's not like the most common type, and so that's where I've been a little more excited about them. We can try $1 start. I paid like, I think, $8 for it, but it's a very nice Central Asian civic copper minted in bulk, which I believe is in modern day Afghanistan, but just really good style. 1455 to 1456. Nice Central Asian copper again. The design's quite nice in the incuse. Reminds me of some of the carts of Herat and Ruslumi. Nice win. I wasn't being untruthful about that $8 price start, but always good to get a reminder. Check in with myself on how I'm buying stuff. This one, I think I saw. No, maybe it was this one. There was a little. I wanted to disclose it. Yeah, a little bit of flan, like, it's chipping a little bit, so there's a little give on there, but I'm not pushing with no force, and it's not off the coin, so there could be a decent chip in this tetradrachm, and I just want to call that out in advance of running it. This is going to be Indo-Parthian Gonda Fairies Tet. I figured, again, some chipping, but this is a full Indo-Parthian bill and tetradrachm. What's going on, Surfing James, Southern Coin, Pogie? And the Indo-Parthians, this would have been a little further to the east of modern day Iran. So I believe these would have more covered in like Pakistan, Afghanistan, India. Certainly a lot of influence there. And great win. I think, we paid in the 30s there. Let's see what, let's see what we could find here. We have some nice Danish silver. I don't know if world silver has been something people have been looking for. I think in terms of the melt on this guy, it's $29.10. Try it for 30, which would get me a little less than melt. Nice looking coin, and super open to running really whatever is exciting. King Cole going to be the first bidder on that one. Of course, sounds good, Tiffany. I'll probably look to make like $15 on it or so. I think I can see it right here. I'll tell you what I paid for it. Bought it pretty recently. It's got a nice reverse, and I picked it at Central States. I paid $120 on it, so I'll run it for $149. I think it could bid a little bit higher than that. Let's see. RS Wright going to be the first bidder. Beautiful. Julia Paula would have been part of the Severan dynasty with Elagabalus nearby. Not a coin that I get into frequently. So it's like, have to have it. It's pretty high grade as well. We got in a good mix of Denarii too. And I actually bought some. They sold super quick, but I had some Aquila Severa Denarii in NGC, and man, really not something that I see much of. Concordia on that reverse, and really only having the coin struck for about a year. Super interesting. Nice win for Tiffany. I think I have one other Julia Paula. It's in VF though. Good bit more worn. Paid a little less for it. We'll start at $139. I think that's the only of the other. I do have some other of the Julias, but I don't think I have more. Let me just make sure before I. Oh no, I have Julia Mesa. I bought one each of Mesa, XF Brushed, and Soamius. Nice one for RS. And just to call out that this one does have the brush designation on there. a Mesa Denarius, 149 start, but we'll leave off the sudden death. Very nice reverse. Hawk Doctor. There's a lot of neat ones, and I feel bad, Paul. There's some interesting like German, you know, we have a lot of that material, but a lot of it is like behind me by a good bit. And so it's like in this pile that I'm going to get to soon. Julius Soemius, not as common of a ruler as well. I have a VF here. Very nice. It looks like Venus on the back of that. Venus, Cael Calestis. I'm not exactly sure. Nazi coins. I don't think we have Nazi stuff in like prepared for today. I do have a little bit of it in my inventory, but I don't particularly seek those ones out. And so I just often don't have them on hand. If that makes sense. This one I paid $124. So again, $149. I'd be excited to make whatever 17, $18, a little over 10%. Really, really nice. On the reverse, I think it's Juno Auguste. Very well detailed. Julia Mamea on the obverse. I could see that one being popular. We also do have one of the Adarshir Tets, which we've sold so many of them. We have one in VF that will be the usual $259 offering. Sold the one we brought last week. And then I prioritize getting like more interesting female rulers and then good reverse types. So I think it'll be fun. We can go through some of the other Denarii that I brought back because I was able to look at a bunch of different Denarii. This one again is a tetradrachm of the first Sasanian ruler. Really nice eye appeal. And actually, Tiffany, I'll try to offer you some of them. We got a bunch of Parthian drams for no grade that are pretty nice. We paid like $55 a pop for them. So we'll pay a little more, obviously, to get them graded and everything. But here's a nice, and we'll try to go, it's got light marks on there, but a Sabina Denarius. So we'd do it for like $119. I'm not sure exactly, Paul. I don't want to mislead you. I've heard maybe now you're allowed to sell Nazi coins, but I'm not. I don't know. I haven't tested it too much. It's not really my personal. I mean, I think it's an interesting piece of history to own, and they're actually quite affordable from that perspective. And like, it's interesting propaganda, but it's not really. That hasn't been carving my niche out. Central States was good. I mean, we got those. It's funny. I tried to only buy Alexander's. There's a couple because I sent off your 50, and I think there was like 2 or 3 Phillips and a Lysimachus. So we can swap those out for Alexander's or just go with the ones that you have. Really, whatever you want. If you want like 4, it's not inconvenient to us to swap them, is what I'm saying. So if you only want the Alexander's, we could do that. And we'll go. I think this one only has a scuff, and I think it's a little nicer looking. The last one did sell for $174. Here's the other Sabina. There's a scuff on the obverse there. This is a VF, again, scuff, and that last one went for $40 more than the start. See where this one lands. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't test it too much. But yeah, Tiffany, so that was fun. We should have a little more. J-Mats, let me go look for it. Some graded stuff as a result. I think we might have sold that coin on a different platform. The tricky thing, I will admit, in terms of how like the platform has evolved, being on a different platform, there's a lot more. Yeah, this is really, really nice looking Faustina Senior. Just great eye appeal coin. Let me check what I'm in the coin for, and I'll mark it up a little bit. I can do this for like $139, $129. Try to keep, if I make $13 or something, a little over 10%. This is a very, very nice coin that I'd picked, choice VF of the Faustina the Elder. And let's try as well. We got some fun Antoninus Pius. I think all these are interesting posthumous. So this has like a really interesting altar that would have been basically respecting him as he has died. So you can see very clear consul for the 4th time, but it's the altar type. So really, really nice looking. Basically, there's more coins that I no longer are not in the inventory that look like they're there. So we'll figure out a good solution long term. And Paul, yeah, I mean, I think they're a little more expensive, but often they're not crazy more expensive. I mean, this is cool too. Similar thing. This one isn't brushed. This is Consecratio. After his death, you have like an eagle, symbol of rebirth, I guess. NGC VF Pious type. And then I also picked this. This is a cool one because I think it shows the 2 sons playing. So it's normally I wouldn't have paid up for this in VF, but a really fun reverse type. It's like Seculi Felicit, and you have, I think it's 2 sons playing, but just a fun and unique reverse style. Just very cool coin. And not surprised to see a couple bidders jumping in on that one. We also have one of the really awesome like moon types. And so, hopefully people see that I tried to get them the cool stuff. This one will start it at 144. Similarly, a little more expensive than normal, but JMats, that one's sold on a different platform, and so I guess I didn't take it out of this one yet. I apologize, but I have to remove that. Oh, actually, no, maybe it didn't. I think I was thinking of the wrong one. Beautiful, again, multi-star moon type choice VF. Those are big metals. I am so sorry. Tell me again which one you would like there. Show that moon. Just not a coin that you see all the time. We'll eventually get it. We do also have some nicer Lucilla ones. But man, the cool Denarii are always exciting. And as soon as I saw this reverse, I was like, I need to have it. So here is Lucilla. Just not quite, I think alongside would have been the timing of Aurelius. 129 start in VF. On the reverse here, Pietas. 19. Okay, let's see. 1903. Oh, nice. I can pull that one. This is a really big one. So this is the Ansei Nibukin. So I just sold one for $250. Had been planning on selling them for $259. The typical ones that you're going to see are the Manen from 1860 through 1869, and they're phased out when the Japanese go to like a more Western, like recognizable system that's not on the Rio system. So those are $259. They're pretty chunky. If you have a coupon, obviously you can get down to $250 or whatever. I'd be good to offer those. I wholesaled all the other Japanese gold, thinking that the guy that I had bought it from had a bunch more, and then he actually was out. This is a different Lucilla. Maybe looks a little nicer. Really, really solid eye peel. And then we also do have some like a beautiful Commodus. Oh, this Septimius Severus. I paid, I think, $85 for it because it was in fine, and then things range up a lot there. Super cool horse reverse. It's an NGC fine. Spectacular. What's going on? Treasure Town here. Good to see a great YouTuber. Brad Skull, what's going on? Love the Seleucus. And, just enjoying offering, we can try a dollar start metal here. This one is a little nicer, I would say. Tried to bring some fun metals. Dollar start it. Run the gold, sure. Let's do the gold. I think there's 3 left in my inventory. This is a discusses the London Building 1851, the building for the Great Exhibition, proposed by His Royal Highness Prince Albert, designed by Joseph Paxton, Esquire, erected by Fox Henderson and Co., length 1848 feet, width 456 feet, height of principal roof 66 feet, height of transept 108 feet, glazed surface 900,000 feet, occupies 18 acres of ground, and then we see Prince Albert on the front of it. Might be copper nickel, might not be white metal, but it'll be, I think it looks like white metal to me. This the slip, what do you mean by that? Let's see, coin on screen. Let's try, this is going to be number 4. I didn't quite have time to upload them before the show. Really, really nice. Much larger. Ansei Nibukin, 5.6 gram. Oh yeah, it's the 2.5 by 2.5 guardhouse. Try not to gatekeep if I can avoid gatekeeping. Nice win for Sorcerer Stan on that one. You know, again, harder to find big Japanese gold. And again, I mentioned there's a couple other, limited number, but a couple others. At this stage, I think there's 2 left, so I can offer them. Or if Sorcerer, you'd like multiple, completely possible. It's I don't find them too often, so you know, this is, I will say it's not too hard for me to find a bunch of, I just wholesaled, excuse me, out about 250 of the Boo, similar amount of values, about double or 2.5 times on the shoe. Here's the last one here. But these ones don't come, and even I wholesaled out a bunch of the less crazy big gold, but here's the last one in my inventory. 1856 to 1860, Ansei Nibukin. Any Tudor? We have a little bit of Tudor silver, but not tons. This one, it'll take me a while before I get any more. And I don't have anybody that's offering it to me. So, congratulations. Sorcery might have liked, I don't think you were there for it, but somebody walked away with an awesome Chogan not too long ago in our show. Here's an interesting Etrusca. I paid $120 for this guy. Oh, the latest Heritage? I did not, but I tried to bid a Heritage whenever. Their auction house down in Dallas, Texas. I just haven't had much time to bid all over the place. I think I've been consigning some coins to Heritage recently. Pudicitia on the reverse of this, and she would have been, I think, alongside Trajan Decius. But I try to cover all the auctions myself. Same if there's a good Whatnot auction, I'll be in there. And then also a really nice Maximinus Thrax in XF. This one with the double military standard would start a little higher, 179. But better ruler. He was like 6'6". I think he kills Severus Alexander to kind of take over. And it starts off a chain of what I believe they kind of called barracks emperors, where it was a lot of like militaristic type guys. I think, let's see, in terms of other graded, we have some nice owls that we picked up. This one I think is like, it's mint state, not something you see all the time, but was able to get a decent deal. Let's see, do $1,000. Very, very nice owl. I picked it out. I left some of the group because the owls weren't as nice. And so, they look pretty. We also have one of these pretty good looking Alexander the Great tetradrams. It has the designation of marks, but you can really see, and I don't have exactly the mint mark information and everything. Good looking, nice eye appeal coin, I would say, when people ask for like a nice Alexander the Great tetradram. Very medallic style flan in that it's not struck off center or anything. I think it's fun. It's a cool looking coin. I guess we have a couple of these Bactrian obols of Eucratides the Great. It'd be like a 139 start in VF. I think it's the caps, I think, of the Dioscuri. It's an early posthumous sorcerer. I don't think it's a lifetime. We have some Alex Drams at NGC, and I think a couple of them are going to be lifetime. So I'll be sure to update when those are back in. We also had like a fun. I think I paid 105 for it, so I'd be at. Let me just confirm that I paid 105 before I start it for 124. Yeah, 105. So I'd be at 124. Was a couple of them available, but this was their nice looking one. A large silver tetradram of Hermaeus. I have some bronze ones that are a lot cheaper, but really nice Karshothy on the reverse. Greek on the front. Super nice. Not going to get added bids, which is fine. Then we have some Pontius Pilate Pruda at, I think, 199. This one's NGC fine. Maximiliano Silver, I think I've sold out. What's going on, Random Collector? If you have some ancient expertise that you'd like to share, I'd be more than happy to listen. I learned so much in these streams. So really appreciate anybody, weighing in. I'm not sure exactly what J Matt's called you up regarding, but welcome to Treasure Town and nice to meet you. I'm always looking for good deals. It's almost like I buy maybe just as much as I sell in terms of the contacts that I make through Whatnot. So always looking to buy, as well as offer great coins. What's going on, David Rifkin? Fantastic, David. We need to have a phone call. But how is the auction? David runs auction. I think Tiber Auction. Well, I know Tiber Auction is his venue. Any good? Was the results strong in your most recent sale, or how did you feel about it? Here we have one of these nice Rasalid Imams of Yemen. We sold, I think, the 2 out of 3 that we'd offered earlier today. Large diameter silver coin. Oh, that's the Alexander Tet. Maybe I'm going to add that to the listing. Thank you so much. What mint would it be then? Is it like a Babylon mint? Fantastic, David. Let's see. These have been pretty popular. We sold, I think, 7 of them, all starting at this price, many ranging up. Nice Parthian tetradrams of Vologases, who was a big adversary of the Roman Empire, at 199 starts. I mean, dang, really sharp. What's going on, Krabby? Good to see you. How's everything going? Anything? I'm trying to think what would be exciting on your end. Trying a little bit of the coin on screen style sales. And so those are fun sometimes, and other times they aren't quite as hot. I know I sold a silver one, and it'll show, this was well silvered. This one's a lot more kind of copper. We can sudden death it. I didn't pay $100 or $105 for it, but this is a Bactrian Hermaeus the First Soter tetradram, $1 start. you know, I am standing to lose. Cool coin. That one I guess went for $2. Hey, I paid $18 for it. So nice win, J Mats. Amazing. That's funny. Dang. Okay. What's going on? DZZ. Not allowed to say bad words like that. Let's try to get a little more on this next one. That was not a good outcome, though. This one is again, Hermaeus Soter. You can see the Greek on the obverse and the Karshoti on the reverse. Dang, let's see. Maybe it's not but pumped to just be able to hang out with all you guys. Very fun. I'm glad that J-Matt's got the nice. This one's a slightly different one if you like the flan a little better. You have Vologazes the fourth on the front. Fantastic Parthian style. And Krabby, I got some. We have a little bit of graded Parthian. I paid $55 for some drams. Then it'll cost a little more to grade it. Hopefully that comes back not too long from now. But I'll send it your way. Silver stuff. Let's see. We got some fun medals. Let's see. Exhibition of art treasures of the UK. Kind of seems fun. And Coin Locker had asked for something. This one is dated to 1857. Beautiful looking. And this one is sudden death. It has like a scene of plenty, basically. AC 32. Man, I can't even find that. I may have sold it somewhere else. Krabby, it's funny in terms of the other platform. Like, I end up selling some stuff over there, and then it disappears on this end of things. This one looks like it's not available. But here's a nice. I think it's white metal. Oh, what's going on, Thor? I think we have like an oversized mother of pearl or just like a larger one. I've been starting them in like that kind of $19 range. So again, a little bit oversized, but it's fantastic. I'm really glad that you're able to join. Can we do this after these two? This one's even a little nicer. Maybe no sudden death for this beautiful 1854 Joseph Paxton. Really nice relief. British metal. We can do the other one eventually, the WW16. No problem to hold on. Here's the Crystal Palace. This one we can drop back down to 19. I would have thought the other one was a little better value, but 1901. Jubilee of the Great Exhibition. Hyde Park, a synonym. And then we could, I said I would do this Mother of Pearl, and we'll do some of the other stuff. And I might have some more Mother of Pearl in the coin on screen format. This one's really nice looking, and it is pretty huge. I have to be careful when I pack this guy. No sudden death as a result. You have a very nice, like, floral, looks like a floral scene on the inside there. And this seems to date back to 1983 is when the collector would have purchased it. Let me see. It looks like there's maybe one other in there somewhere, but oh, there it is. Also a floral. Well, sudden death this one. Oh, but this one seems to have like a monk of some type. Like a little bit of like rainbow coloring. You can see the monk-like man. Struck 1720 to 1840. And fun to just show it. And then, let's see. Coin on screen number 7. No sudden death. Dollar start. This one's a big one. The Queen Alexandra Dock, 1907. Royal Highnessy Princess Victoria. Queen Edward, the King Edward the Seventh, and Queen Alexandria. This one's a really large medal. Should be pretty popular. See where this one bids up to. Just don't get those types in all too frequently. And they're always exciting when we do. Nice patina. And again, just a huge medal. And that makes it pretty fun. Oh, fantastic. Let me copy that and just put it in my notes. Congratulations to Chaos. Nice medal. And as I mentioned, it did not sell. I'll be honest. I like to often clear out a type when I have it available. This is the last of the W, so I doubt it doesn't go at 24. Well, sudden death it, and I would be surprised if it didn't. Even, well, I don't want to say I would be surprised. AC, let me type that in. I think that I actually sold that on a different platform, which I know is frustrating. Open 1854, Paxton, sudden death here in a second. That one goes. And there's some big bulk lots of medals too, if people end up being interested in some bulk group offerings, which are pretty frequently popular, I would say. Let's see, though. Do we have other big medals? I think we do. Let's see. We also have... Oh, you know what? It might be right back here. AC, no. Is it a Russian type that you're interested in me running? Let's see. This is going to be a little crazy. Why not a Crusader coin? All these will be like 20 to 15 second dollar starts. Very nice. I think it's Tancred, but Crusader States Phallus. Lithuanian, I think those might have sold, but I should have some other. Not much in the way of 999. Again, Crusader States Phallus, holding across. I think it's Tancred. Often a good amount of demand around those ones. Well, that's great. Let's see. Here we've got a nice Roman bronze. This is of Theodosius, I believe, who would have been like 379 to 395 or so. We see a winged portrait on the reverse, and we can see Theodosius. I think it says P.F. Augustus. Philippines peso? Oh, yeah, it does look like there's a Philippine peso. That should be fun, not funny, but fun to run. And Kid Corrupt, great win. Very exciting. This one is one of the Thai bullets. Just with how they've gone recently, this is going to be an 1/8 bot. I do want to make sure that we have a little protection. We've sold a bunch higher. But yeah, nice little Thai bullet money. Southern coin leading. Oh, dropped it. And then not so much giving up as much as I'd rather like not withhold coins from you guys. Let's try a nice looking 1897 quarter real. I think it's, I don't remember exactly which South American, if it's like Guatemala maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But very nice 1897 quarter real. Let me find out. It should go for a lot more than $4. That I could promise. Let's see. Guatemala, yep. Instincts were on. 1897 is going to be 384,000 minted. I don't think we have any new fee silver, unfortunately. Yeah, 1897 quarter real of Guatemala. And yeah, kind of a cool coin. We do have some other Alexander the Great silver. If it's interesting, some Tets in like the high 200s that I paid like a little over $250 for. And beautiful type. Baker gonna win that. We've got one more of the from this group of on-screen sales. Will dollar start it? Sudden death. Nice looking cash coin. Very clear detail. I think it might be ANFAP, but I'm not 100% sure. Just a very, very good. And Skippy, there's some, I have a bunch, I forget a few at some points I've been interested in some of the nicer examples. The big coin in that box, I'm not sure. Let's see, coin number 6, did this not sell? I could have sworn it did. Excuse me. Let me just, coin on screen. I know what I did here. How would I explain this? This is going to say, okay. Sorry about this, everybody. We are going to have to put this in a new flip. This is going to work out well. I realized I just like made a minor error in how I recorded one of the sales. There were a couple of coin on screen items. And let's try this, like so. All right. Coin on screen number 6 is a nice little Greek bronze with a very nice helmet. We'll sudden death it. Sounds good, Jack Joe. Again, Greek bronze coin with a very nice crest and good detail in the face. Skippy, basically what I did is I put one of Sorcerer Stand. One of the Ansei Boo was in the wrong place. Was in the wrong flip. And so I was just correcting it. And so now that will be perfect. WY0804. Yep, these guys are $49. And pop, really nice looking, and not exactly the most common coin out there. 1665. The Philippines peso. Let me look. I probably will just want to get melt after fees. And they typically have bid up a little bit. So that seems like a $44 start to me. But these Domes French coins have been fairly popular. I think that there's maybe 2 others that I have in stock, and then we can try the Philippines if that works. I'm not going to raise the price. I might sudden death this. However, very nice presenting coin, 1665. And Sorcerer Stan will win that one. And then last but not least, our last of them. Same exact date and denomination. I think I bought 10 of them, and this I've now sold 10, which is predictable, I would say. Is right in front of us. Always trying to hunt for more good French types. I do have some French Jettons. Probably like 55 to 60 bucks starts or so. Let's go 44 bucks, no sudden death. Nice US Philippines 1907 S. I mean, it looks like there's some shipwreck effect, but I have no knowledge of it being Manila Bay shipwreck, so I don't want to sell it as such. 1907 S. I'm seeing like the slightly corroded bottom. The Jettons sounds good, Jack. And I also have tons of like metal lots. I was selling some a little while back. Nice win for $10 Cowboy. So I was thinking of maybe offloading all of those, which is not the best way to inspire people to bid a bunch on them. But to be honest, sometimes you just got to offload some stuff and let people, hey, I sold an $18 coin for $2 today. The copper metal on top, I'd be happy to run it. Maybe we could even dollar start it. It is actually a decent looking, it's 1841 dated French inauguration of Louis Philippe. I'd be happy to give it a go. Very nice, and good detail under the seated Zeus there on the reverse of that Alexander. Yeah, why don't we try this? It's just an extra metal that I had in stock, dated to 1841. And it says, what does that say? Echelin and Frere and Brothers, concessionaires, a bar metal. Very, very good detail in the inscription. And it says Chemin de Fer de Strasbourg à Bâle. I'm not sure. I think it's a little more than 18. But gotta let the market forces decide. And when I dollar start something, it's a dollar start, so it can land anywhere. Tato. Jacques Joe. Good one for Jack. This one I think I might do a $29 start. It's got a little bit of a wavy, it's taken a hit. Well, we'll do 25. I just want people to feel like they're doing well with it, but it's pretty cool. 1861. You have mother and child holding the globe in his hand. Reminds me of the song, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. 1861 to 1861. Clear Christian themes on this metal from Europe. And then we do have one papal lead bulla. This would have, I believe, accompanied, it's like a papal seal, basically. We can date this to Pope Alexander the 6th. This one's interesting because you can see very clearly face on one side, clear beard, cross. You can see Alexander Pap VI, but then it almost looks like it was brockaged or something. And then, let's see. Oh, wait, is this? No, that's not King James. We can try, speaking of heritage auctions, this is an old heritage holder. Well, do we not? Maybe I didn't upload these. Well, we can, I guess, coin on screen them, right? Omaha Bank Hoard. Dollar start. 1940 5-cent coin. I think it was a huge in Mid-State 66. Have not seen that prior. Nice win for Skippy. Sample penny. Same thing. 1967 beautiful British penny of Queen Elizabeth with Britannia super clearly shining through. That one will go to $10 Cowboy. Let's see. Do we have 1957 proof? 67 Franklin $half, start. Coin on screen. No full bell lines, but pretty decent coin there. And I think people would pay more than 30 for it. We'll see. Should be able to jump there. Maybe it stays. Nice win for Skippy. And this one I think is a little better. Let's see. 1898S Barber $half value. I don't have gray sheet on it. In PCGS, let's see what they're normally their recommended is a little bit high on PCGS. They're recommending $105, but a 10 sold in 2006 for 101. Or no, this is NGC, excuse me. Also important, I see all the people comping to ICG, like, come on, you're not supposed to do that. They are saying here VG is a $90 coin on the NGC price guide. I'm not sure what gray sheet is. It's probably going to be back of that. Why don't we just do it dollar start, no sudden death. 1898 Barber half in. This guy said $85. I mean, I actually don't think it's. I don't think that that's a price that they stamp on there to mislead people in terms of what it should be worth. And so, very solid. Again, Barber half 1898S, very clean looking coin. I think it'll have still good ways to run, but NGC price guide is 90. That's probably a little high. Let's see. Oh wait, shoot! Did I put the wrong sticker on there again? What on earth is happening here? Sorry about that. Wait, I don't understand. Oh man. All right, this is fine, but I do have to again with these stickers. I'm not used to running the item on screen type style shows, so I just need to. Once a coin is in a sticker, has a sticker on it, I need to make sure that I get it to the right person. So we're gonna shift that. This one is gonna get the 10 sticker that I somehow misput on it. And then this 12, I guess, what can we do here? Why don't we try a Bicknor Hoard coin on screen? We'll call this coin on screen 12. $89. This would have been dug up in a British metal detectorist find. Dubbed the English Bicknor Hoard. Would have been recorded. Beautiful portrait of Tetricus. Very nicely, clearly well-bearded example. Portable Antiquities Scheme find. And I guess we can just hold this. The slab Canadian. I paid to have it slabbed. I don't know. Would you try like $39 on it? It's a tougher date Canadian 1954 10-cent coin. I think it's the lower mintage. Doesn't mean it's a super pricey coin, but Queen Elizabeth in PCGS. $0.10. NGC would say 1954. Yeah, this is the 4.5 million minted. I don't know, Southern. What are you looking to pay on there? It's kind of just been sitting around. So $34. Uh, I am losing money on this coin at 34 or 39, but I think I thought it would come back a little bit higher. Mm. They're not super common to find, but hey, I mean that's okay. Better to hang on to it. Well, obviously I offered it to sale, but for sale. But maybe if I have the time to toss it up on eBay or something, I get a couple more bucks. Got him in a cool Russian Soviet coin, 1915 10 kopecks. Southern coin leading to start, and maybe not crazy support. Listen picks it up. What would be fun to offer to folks? No, people are talking about Lithuanian maybe. Here's Swedish Livonia. There's also some Danish silver, 1630. This is Gustavus II Adolphus. Well, sudden death, this one. Imperial Orb, 1630, and you have like almost the little bull. The one of the metal lots? Sure, Sea Sprags. Some of it is just like foreign coins as well. This is a little tougher than the normal 3 polka, given that's the city of Riga a little bit later. That one will go to Beth. I think we have one other, then we'll do a metal lot. And yeah, we can do, just because it's like pretty on theme. Here's 1631. Yeah, we can do the Artigs. 02. Texas, let me just check what I paid for it. I don't think I paid any crazy amount, or we could just dollar start it and see what happens. If it's under like $20, I will dollar start it, which I think it might be. Not by a crazy amount, but I basically have never, not never, but these are just a lot less common than the other ones. 1410 to 1413. Dollar start, sudden death, bishopric of Dorpat, under Bishop Bernhard III Bülow. Silver Artig. Are those keys? They might be. Likely to go and then let's see. I do want to protect some of these guys. This is going to be from the 1570s. Very nice lion there of Semigalia and Courland, under Gotthard Kettler. A Billen shilling coin. And we got to get the metal lots. Is there, there should, what I don't want to have happen is only one person to want the metal lots. It's like metals and mixed, basically mixed foreign coins. This one has a hole in it, so we can, maybe eat a tougher price at 15 or at 13. But the detail is really, really amazing. Wish that this had not been holed, but also I probably wouldn't have got the price I did if it was not. That one will go to Tad. And then let's see, back up to $19. This one does not have the hole. That's sharp. How much to hole it? I think like $1,000 an hour, but I'm going to take a long time and be very precise. So quote maybe 3 or 4 hours, something like that. I feel like that could be fair. What do you think? Yeah. Or I could give you a negative store credit discount. So it'd be 12 or yeah, 1,500 an hour maybe in store credit. Well, no, because then I would be giving you money. So maybe that's not such a good deal. Here are the metals lots. Though I will call out, it's been a while since I've looked through them. So I know some of these are more just foreign coins than they are metals. I think I'll count to 20 basically. Maybe we'll toss in a couple more. And this could just be a fun thing to try running through. Nice 1919 Canadian 1 cent, 1904 Canadian 1 cent. Man, this is really Canada. 1950, that's Yugoslavian, so that's 5, 6 dinar. That's a nice Canadian cent. 7, 8, 1901, 1899, 9, 10, Turkish 100 lira. Oh, nice. 1937 silver 6 pence from New Zealand. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I don't know what a gold connection thing is. Then here's some tokens, 19 and 20, and then let's pull from down here, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, Japanese token maybe, 26, inappropriate, 27, Saturn rocket, inappropriate, 29, 30, sorry for the inappropriate coins. There's an Army Vets one, 30, 31, 32, Andrew Jackson, 33, Gatlinburg, and then maybe we'll get to 40 here. 34, 35, it's going to fall out of my hands. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and another 2 in my hand. That's all that we have here. Big mix of stuff, all dollars started. Pretty interesting, I would say, across the board. And that one will go to listen. And so we will continue to offer a lot of this mix, though I think that there's actually some kind of cool like metals that could have a little extra value that are going to still remain in there. I probably, basically should have taken a closer look. But also, I feel like at the end of the day, there's always going to be coins that you could hold on to or whatever. In these group lots, and like, is it necessarily the best thing to do to get every last dollar? Not always convinced. So let's run up another lot here. BCA 40 coins and metals. Let's see, 1 cent token, interesting. 4 honey pot token. New Orleans 5, Colony Club 6 of Menlo. There's a Royal Visit, Apollo, the 12, 13 inappropriate, 14 inappropriate, 15 big metal, John Adams, 16, 17 Boy Scouts, Scout Oath. Oh man, 20, 21, 22, British Columbia 23, some coupons 24, 25, 26 Minnesota. Here's a transit 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 50 token 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Go ahead and trade 38. Owned Old Town Merchants 39. A Big Time Canada token 40. And we'll try to get just 2 more in there for fun. Didn't have time to show them. Wow. I got it's a funny angle that I'm holding up the coins at, so it sounds silly. I need to go to the gym. So that's a little bit tiring even. Come on, Christian, I can do better than that. Getting tired holding up some metals. But I'm not gonna make it inappropriate a lot because that's just stuff If it was only those coins, I wouldn't buy them. All right. That one is packed up for Jordan. Georgia fan. Got to keep working through these. And I think it's going to be a good mix here. Exactly. Queen Elizabeth, 1, 2, south of the border, South Carolina, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Yukon Territory, 8, interesting, 9, 10, 11, 12, oh, that's interesting, 13, Nevada, Missouri, 14, that's interesting with a town, 15, New Orleans, 16, St. Christopher, 17, 18, Mount Rushmore one, that's kind of cool. I should have, 19. Big one here, John Adams, 20, 21, 22, 23, George Washington, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And then let's see, if I pull, not necessarily all of those, but 30, oh, that's a big one, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, Salt Lake City, 40, 41, that's a copy, 42, that's a copy, 43, 44, and 45. Exactly, I have to channel it, but big stack again. Really interesting. Metals, Brandon Farr. Hopefully there's, my thought is in each of these, there's got to be a couple ones that are exciting. S. Beamer. A lot of the Queen Elizabeth, that seems to be a more common theme. But no, they're interesting. Interesting types. Louisville. These are some on the inside. Yeah, very Native American motif. George Washington. Congrats. Let me put this all in one. And then just getting this in the bag, then we'll continue to go through. I think my goal is to sell everything, or the vast majority of what's in the box in today's live stream. It's kind of ambitious. It's a lot of coins to go through, but if the prices fall because I'm selling too much, sometimes that's supply and demand. So if I bring in a bunch of supply, that is how the world works. Let's see. Sorry, I'm struggling to. Brandon Farr, there's no. I'm gonna get that. That package will be right to you. What's this one? Should be 38, and it is. Some nice looking metals back there. 1. Earlier type. 2. That one's a 1893 Austrian coin. Powwow dollar is 3. Toilet token is 4. Oh, that's an 1850 dated. Jetton is 5. Pittsburgh 6. Indiana 7. Let's see. 8. Palmolive soap. 9. 10. Church 11. Royal Visit in great shape. 10. A penny. 12. 13. Philly Mint. 14. Minuteman. 15. White House. 16. Oh, that's a big one. Barry Goldwater. 17. 18. Here's 19. 1884 penny. John F. Kennedy inaugural. 20. 21. 22. 23. Big Apollo one. Dang. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. President of Mexico. 31. Let's grab some. 32. 33, 34, 35, Game Center, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and then we could do these ones, 41, don't fall, 42, 43, 44, and 45. Then we'll just tap out. It's going to be too much. I can't hold them all. But this is 45 medals, including John F. Kennedy. Big seal on that one. White House. Barry Goldwater, famous 1964 candidate. Yeah, that's a ton of medals. Nice palm olive soap, earlier one. So, indoor sounds good. If we could come back to that one, that would be perfect, because I do want to power through these medals. And then once, we got 44, 45 C Sprags. Gonna take that mix. I would say, I think we've done like 4 lots at this stage. I would imagine that there's another at least 4 to 6 of these. So would it be okay if you came back in, like, call it 10, 15 minutes? That way I won't have to think about, I need to sell these bulk ones either. I think Isaiah has a little bit more of this collection. I don't know exactly how much of it he has, but he had sent it up. He had said that he had bought it down in Texas. And it certainly has been fun to just kind of offer, because I never know what I'm going to pull out. And I did a quick sweep through, tried to see if there's anything like insane. Found some really cool things, but I also could have given it a much closer look, which I did not. Let's see. No, they're really cool, the UK medals. Let's do a little lower quantity, like 30 or so, just because they're getting a little too big for the bags that I have is honestly the reason. This one is going to be Welcome Nobles. Oh, wow. Really interesting. Preaching to the Fishes medal. In proof, Rotary International, 3. Deutsche Mark, 4. Wow, there's some cool ones here. Archimedes, 5. 19. The Hungary, Britain, 6. 7, One Day at a Time. 8. 9. Some nice medals. 10. 11. Year of the Dragon. Coin Up, Superior, 12. 13. 14. Some big medals. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. And 30. Interesting Japanese gaming tokens. Bunch of larger ones. So there's 30 medals in this group. Less than $1 a piece at the moment. Some cool Crew of Pegasus 1957 New Orleans Mardi Gras. That's pretty cool. On its own. What's this one? Reach for the Stars. Again, 30, less than $1.50 a pop at the moment. Fall's 75th anniversary. And mm, 36, let's see. Lichtenfels medal, 2, 3. These are cool. 4, Newfoundland. People were asked about Newfoundland earlier. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's a nice relief. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, nice eagle, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5. Ooh, nice note belt, 26, 27, 28, Canadian, 29. Let's just grab the last of, let's see, 30, 31, 32. That's really nice. 33, 34, 35, 36. That's a good mix of stuff. But some bigger, chunkier, nice eye peel examples in the mix there. 1953 apparently of Eisenhower. Yeah, beautiful glacier. And just some earlier types as well. Green River Whiskey. That looks like pretty worn. I'd be curious to learn more about that one. What's going on, HTC? Baker Humphrey. Gonna snag that one. We'll keep going. As I mentioned, just offering the last of this nice collection, clearly built over a long time by a very dedicated collector. Let's see. I don't know exactly what's in there, but we'll grab the next handful. We are making work of this collection. Oklahoma, 1957. That's actually a pretty cool medal. That's amazing. Man, 19 Franklin medal. Beautiful banknote medal. I don't think it's silver. But two of those. And then a hunting club game collector's rifle medal. It looks like there's a white-tailed deer one as well. Very interesting. So we've got these three, and we'll grab from the bottom here 4, 5, then the French Indochina 6, Italian 7, 8, 9, 10, early German 12, 13, Churchill big one, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, Canadian 19, 20, nice looking Canadian 1902, Edward. Let's see, 20, 21, 22, 23. I think there's maybe an undercount 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. And then this, I think, is actually a Vietnamese token. I could be wrong. 34. I think it's some kind of Vietnamese mess token. Really interesting. And then Douglas, congrats. Let me just grab all what's in there and toss it all in. All right, and then is this stuff? Oh yeah, we got bunch of interesting coins and tokens in here. We do have more though. Everything has got to go. Dollar start. Copper store. 1, 2, 3. Newfoundland 1949. Pitcher plant 4, 5. Some kind of ship token. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I gotta reorient here. 12, 13. Oh, that's interesting. 1786, but that's like a modern strike. 18, about 19, 20. I don't think I'm miscounted there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's just say 16, 17, 18, 19 Vietnam, 20, 21, 22, 23. A lot of those. 24, 25, 26, 27. Do we have any more of this stuff? Interesting. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Very interesting. 38, 39, 40. German note gout 41, 42. Japan 43, 44 with a Spanish coin. 45 different coins and medals. I think those are Vietnam types, but could be wrong. And so, yeah, that's probably a good point. Jesus is king forever. I agree with you. Let's see. 34. Let's see. Let's see. I think that there's. Let me just check here to see. A couple of these I know are like really quite expensive. Let's just see. 4, 5, 6. I think we can just sell what's in my hand, but it's a little less. It'll be like 20-ish coins. I think I'm just going to take out the Vietnam. I think I might have underpriced. Let's do this last one, and then we'll be done with the bulk here. And then we'll go back to the requests. Sounds good. Yes, Horace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Nice Veterans of Foreign Wars, the Department of Illinois. I think 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So actually there is a good bit of the Vietnam stuff in here. Interesting mix. Again, a lot of I think it's Vietnamese mess hall tokens. And I'm just thinking that it will be nicer for everybody if I can toss everything in the bag while it remains available. That one is going to go to Salty Sparrow. Congrats. And that bulk is now going to be all completed. So nice wins, and this will clean off my desk as well, which is a good outcome. Let's see if there's the ones that I have over here, the 14 and 15, the Parthian tetradrams that were requested at that 199 start. Man, that's nice. 199, beautiful. Vologazes, I believe, fought a long time against the Romans. And yes, endure. Awesome, Douglas. Thank you. First bidder here going to be Horace Hardwick. Fantastic looking Parthian Tet. Super elegant. Tyche on the reverse. And that one will go at the start. And then I guess I'm not. Where did I put? I may not have 14. I think there's 13 is available. Where did 14 go? Oh, here's 14. I pulled it out. Very nice example. And then we have the Endure Forever after that as well. Very, very nice. You can see, I'm not sure if that's the date above, but again, very, very good looking Parthian Tet. Just fun to be able to offer. And then WW. Oh man, I'm really hoping that we have that. No problem, Horse. Really? Oh, there it is. 501. Oh man, I feel bad. I can run the ones around it. I think that I might have just on a different platform. I've been co-selling this inventory. We can run some other Mauritius dollar start stuff. That's probably what we're able to do. This one has a little dot in it, 1889. I apologize. But this is Queen Victoria. I think that's the Heaton Mint. I think I'll be on for another hour. So it'll be a pretty quick show. Hoping to ramp up though and get some larger shows as well. This one's going to be small and a little bit of a problem coin. This is still a Mauritius silver 1886 10-cent coin. Monday, yeah, I think I'll be on. I think Anthony will be doing a paper show, and then I'll be doing a big, not a big, but just like a fun, I don't know, check-in show, whatever you want to, like, probably not a huge one, but a good size, and I should have some new uploads at that point. And I should have a little bit more medals that are like individual medals that I want to run. So that'll be fun too. Good detail on this Mauritius 1897 10-cent coin. Oh yeah, he should have a good amount in the knot gelds. So that'll be really cool. And he has this massive paper. Basically, we had like thousands of notes just accumulated over years down in Texas. And I was like, we're going to be maybe moving across the country soon. Just ship those to Anthony, have him sell every last one. This one's a problem coin, but it's still a 10-cent coin, 1897 from Mauritius. Geo, what's up? $50. Let me think what I've been selling for $50. What have I been selling for $50? See, I don't even. This one is a lot less. I mean, some of what is in front of me, it's like, well, maybe I try to sell this stuff for 15. This one, a little encrusted on this side, very interesting Morocco 4 phallus coin. Yeah, we have graded Denarii. We normally have like low grade. We have some decent looking Pruta, and then we have like some. Yeah, we have some decent looking Pruta. That might be up that alley. But yeah, we'll do some graded Denarii in just a moment here. These are like these 4 phallus coins are really neat. I think I was able to pick up a couple at Central States, but then we'll do graded Denarii. Are there any specific ones that you want? Because I also don't want to run stuff that, Archelaus, Caponius. We have some of that stuff down in Texas. Nice one for Horace. Yeah, we have some of that down in Texas. And so, oh man, this one's really nice. I don't know if I have any on me today. This one should be the nicest one that we've run so far. I don't think the others are going to be quite as good as this, but time will tell. Ethan, but yeah, we have everything. Nero, I know I have some Pontius here today. And then it looks like here we can run one more of these 6-point star. The Hadrians. Okay, sure. Oh, and this one's nice. You can actually see the Hijri calendar year on the back. I don't know how they have the slightly chipped planchet. It's not going to be cheap, though, because we've been selling those in VF for like a good chunk change. We'll do that for 10% off the cheapest on eBay, unless that's like absurdly inexpensive, which it probably won't be because we can almost always beat the cheapest on eBay. And this one's a pretty nice looking example. But let me just type in Hadrian Denarius NGC VF. I'm not seeing much. We have the cheapest in VF, 150 and 190. Those are both of ours, but that's not choice VF, that's just VF. Where's the VF? Choice VF. Show me choice VF. 260 plus 31 shipping is 290 in the UK. Why don't we try this for 249? That's actually a good bit cheaper. And I think to boast or to boot, this is going to be a little nicer looking. Beautiful choice VF. Yeah, we can do a nice mite though for like a $39 start. And it's tough. If I had a bunch of these, I could sell them for cheaper. $40, nice looking Pruta, very clear, full anchor. You see the Judean lettering. Biblical Widow's Mite. Commodus, I think I paid like 120 on it pretty recently, so it'd be like 159. It has a cool reverse as well. Let me just confirm what I paid, just so I have a good sense for it. I paid 130 for this, not 120. Commodus in VF on eBay, the cheapest is 200, but this is the really cool type. I'm not sure if it's with his father, but you have a dual reverse scene. So this will be 159. I'd like to make a little under $20 on it. Good looking Commodus Denarius. I think it's not a bad deal. Same with the Septimius Severus. I think I paid a little bit for it, but it's probably like a 149. That sounds good, Relic Hunter. I need to grab those. Maybe a little bit before we get through some of the really awesome Denarii. Again, focused on reverse types. Nice one for CT there. Says that's your first purchase. This one stood out to me. Again, really cool reverses here. 179 is more than the average Septimius Severus, but take a look at that reverse. Amazing. Horse up in the air, rearing. And I can't tell if it's trampling or in combat there. But very sharp Septimius Severus look. And then the other Septimius that I brought is a cool reverse. It's a little bit more worn, I would say. But for people who like a good reverse type, I paid 85 for it. It's a pretty thin margin. Horse trotting along there on the reverse. And then pretty strong, but a little more wear on the Septimius Severus Denarius. Sounds good, CT. Have a good one. And then we also have, I think I mentioned, but a couple of these. Probably like a 134. Faustina Senior Denarius. After her death, really, really nice for the grade. I think it has nice luster on the Augusta reverse. Clearly struck portrait. And then we do have a Pius Denarius, which we could go down to 124, I guess, on. But yeah, if there's any other particularly exciting, please keep me updated. Consecratio. Very, very sharp. Would have been struck under Marcus Aurelius's reign, but for his adoptive father, Antoninus Pius. We have, that one's really spectacular. We do have two of the Lucillas and the Herenia Etruscula. And then here are beautiful ancient Indian coins. These have been fairly popular. I picked really nice stamped. They're from the 4th to the 2nd century BC. Kind of the approximate date range is going to be 322 to 185 BC. But as you can see, this one actually has decent stamps on both sides. Typically, you're going to really focus on one of the two sides. Was really happy with the ones that I walked away with. This one's like a little more of a rounded flan or planchet. Again, super, super sharp. Almost looks like some horns on that side. But a very nice presenting Karshapana. Here's some Elamaean bronzes. We sold the vast majority in our last show. But this is going to be Greek Elamaeus. Northeast Ohio. Is that near Toledo? I feel like the American Numismatic Society is moving out there. Very nice looking bronze from the 2nd century AD, upside down trident, and stylized Greek figure. Maybe I'll try that one again in case people didn't get to see it, and no worries if it's not. And then let's see. Yeah, very pretty bust of Belos facing right. And then on this side, left facing. Reminds me a lot of the Parthian style, which it would have evolved from. And then you can try a couple more of the Tatar Jireh Khan's Aksha. Silver from the 1550s or 1560s. Kind of like Russian origin, though with an Islamic twist. Man, this one is sudden death. Oh, man. Great win. Let's see. We'll try one more, but we don't want to take too bad of a loss. This one would be 14. Very nice looking. Frozen calendar year 957 in the Hijri calendar. Jireh Khan's Silver Aksha. AF0209. Sure. I think it's not too cheap. Probably be about 179. Nice little Alexandrian. I don't want to promise this lifetime, but the legs are not crossed. I'll say that much. Yeah, I should have some, Ethan. I think I have a little bit of. I don't. Well, there's a little like flan issue up top. And we have a lot of that stuff. A lot of slabbed House of if you're ever looking for like 500 of them, we wholesale that out to a lot of the other guys that sell it. I didn't bring tons of it today. But if you're interested in that, do let me know. Normally can beat other people's price for the same quality. Here's a big Indian tetradrachm. I think it's a Vima Kadphizis. There we have the Bull Nandi. Really large, imposing Karshoti script coin. Very charming. Yeah, I mean, it'll be a mix. We might get some like Probus. We might have some third Crisis of the Third Century stuff in there. We might have some, some later like Theodosian, but the bulk of them are going to be House of Constantine, or I would say like the Gallienus through Probus. By the time you get to the later rulers, it tails off a little bit, but Tetrarchic rule, etc. So, I think we just sent out a bunch. A lot of them are pretty decent looking coins. It's not. I've seen a lot of people that offer them like really scrubbed looking bright metal. That's not really what we are getting in our groups. Okay, if just looking for the Constantine set, come back. We'll be back. This is a really nice example, man. I know I'd picked some good ones, but these are sharp. Vima, Cat Feces, Tetradram. And then, yeah, Big Pappy, I'm going to type in Norway and just see what pops up. Oh, yeah, the Norwegian made into a button coins. 1702. I think everyone that I've offered has met excitement. They're crazy. I mean, I guess you could get a set of buttons here, but you can very clearly see the 1702 8 Skilling, Rigsmont, and then we see Frederick the Fourth. Very, very fun. Big Pappy, gonna win that. And we do have a couple of them here. This one's 1707. We'll do 15 seconds and maybe or $15 in 10 seconds. So quick bid. This one is good detail. 1707 again, made into a button. Just so nobody's surprised by that. Large graded silver coin. Which is that one? I should have some of them, or a good number of them even. But I want to make sure if there's one in particular, 1708, that you're thinking of, that we can get that for you. Very fun buttons. And what's going on, Jove? 1709 Norwegian type. 1709, 8 Skilling. Sorcerer Stan. Norwegian. There may be a little bit of Danish ones as well. 1714, very clear detail and everything as well. Nice win. Yeah, I think we have a little bit of Danish too. 1761, kind of sweet. 1761, 2 Skilling Dansk. Oh, yeah. That one I kind of wanted for my collection. It was just in the batch, and I just put the whole thing in the show. Paid $4.50 for that one. It's from like some treasure that it says on the 1761, 2 Skilling Dansk as well. Pruda, yeah, sounds good, Chachi. We'll nab some Pruda. That'd be fun. It looks like there's one more of the Norwegian ones. Let me just rearrange the coins here. Or no, there's maybe two. This one's Danish, but it's much earlier, 1700, apparently. Maybe it looks Norwegian. I'm not sure. Friedrich. Can't tell which. I trust Gabe's ID, but if it's Norwegian, don't. Yeah, we got lots of Alexander. Hopefully it's decently priced. I thought it was all decent. I think those are the last. I think maybe, is there any other? I think I might have, I sold 2 elsewhere maybe. So that's all the button coins. Here's a nice sandalwood Masa Sri Vijaya dollar start. Morian, yeah, Ethan. They're going to be pretty steady at that 24 price. Really nice again. Silver, like 100-ish years old Srivijaya Empire or Kingdom with the sandalwood type on the back of it. Trying to just offer solid coins, not be too picky. I think these are decent eye appeal though. And I think there are a mix that I have here, maybe of up to like handful more. Judean, yeah, we're gonna do some of the Judean right after these sandalwood examples. I might just start it at $9 because they should be there. I mean, that one's really solid. We have, I think, total of 3 left. Very clear detail as well. And then we'll do the Morian and the Judean. Baffy, what's up? How are you? Hope you are well. I think they got 10 new Jettons down in Texas, some silver. Those will be fun to try. Here is, again, a nice masa. And I think we have one last masa before we are out of those for today's sale. And out of them in my inventory here, we have more down in Texas, but those have been slow to be processed. Oh, and we picked a beautiful one. Amazing. 1150 to 1300s. Then the Morian, I think. Nice win for Terenlu. And then Judean. There's a good mix of Judean, though. I need to bring back more for next show because I am a little low on the different procurators. This one has a Triskele on the reverse. Tons of interesting symbols. Nice Indian silver. And again, I have more worn ones that I can do coin on screen at like 17. But if I did these ones at 17, I'd lose. So I had picked from a really nice batch the best ones available to me. Just really, really solid in terms of, I think, the ones that we got to pick. Again, I always am a believer in terms of paying up a bit more. Go to 10 seconds, really quick auctions for like, okay, that's a really, really nice stamp. Karen Liu. You can put your max in. This one is really solid. Tons of very clear stamps on this side. 3, 2, 1. Ethan. And then I pulled this last one here. Then we can do the Judean. Ooh, that's an amazing one. We'll keep it at full 15 seconds. People can admire. Just all the stamps. And I can bring back some other ones. Yep, I might have shown it. I think it's like a 229 situation. Let's try to find some of the... Well, let's do some Pruta, then some Jettons. Nice one for Jesse Tay there. Do we want more of the Morian? Because I can go grab it. We'll first try some good-looking Pruta. All these Pruta are pretty good-looking, so that's why we'll start them at 40. Been wholesaling them in the very high 20s in batches of 100 plus if you're interested. A little bit tad, but not tons on that front. And then we need to find some Jettons. We'll do a couple more. Oh no, am I out of Jettons? That is so crazy to me. Yeah, I guess I must be. Wow. Oh, and I do have a little bit of... looks like I have one of these Valerius Gratis Pruta. We can try it. I did, again, just wholesale out a bunch at 36. This is a Lifetime of Christ, Governors of Judea. Pretty decent looking example. Struck under Tiberius the ruler. Naples. Let's try it. 229, no sudden death. 120 Grana. Very nice looking. Kingdom coin. Baffy. It's going to be the first CG collectibles. VF30, nice looking coin. Nice win. I think, so I have these ones here are part of the really nice counter stamped group. I think there are 3 available. Sudden death. I'll keep all the 15 seconds just so people, it's incrementally a lot more over the just the 2. Interesting. Can't tell if it's like animal designs or exactly what, but very old Jesse Tay, Indian Karshapana. This one has a bunch of stamps. Definitely a couple animal ones in there. I can't tell if that's like an elephant with a trunk or it kind of looks like it in the top left. Ancient Hobby, I feel bad. I think all of those, I was starting them at like 19 here. Let me just double check. Yeah, I was starting them at like 19 bucks here. Nobody was buying them. I went over to a different live offering and I immediately sold out of like every single one I brought. And so those are all actually gone. Let me just remove them from the show. I need to clean this all up. So every one of those, the first show I offered them, sold for a lot higher. People were talking about needing some of those nice Pruda. Let me just see if I can find them quickly here. AE 60. Paid 15 a piece for these guys. Nice. I mean, that's a good looking Herodian. 24 will be the start. Great triple grain ears Pruda from the Man After Pontius Pilate with the umbrella-like canopy on the reverse. Judean bronze. And this one's really nice. Maybe more like 29. Amazing looking Judean Pruda. Very fun. That one will go to Ethan. This one also is going to be in that quite nice category. That starts at 29, but they can really range up. Nice bronze. That canopy is super sharp. And it also kind of depends what side of the coin people are focused on. Not surprised to see B.S. Hughes outbid by a little bit there. Back to 24 start in case people, this one has great grain ears. 3 really sharp ones. See the umbrella-like canopy as well. But again, grain ears. What's going on, B.S. Hughes? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Gradon. Snag that one. And then if people are really looking for a budget example, honestly, well, yeah, I mean, this is budget, so that's why we'd sell it. And with a 19 handle, you can see all the detail, discern very clearly what it is. Next one will be back up a little bit. That one will go to Will B. This one is probably like a 20. We can do 22 instead of 24. I'll cross my fingers it pops up. And yeah, no, the Agrippa, that's a good canopy. I don't think that's a reach. Yep, that's what I was thinking. I thought it was 24th start. And I generally try to start things where they can bid up a little bit. This one will start at 19, just a little rougher. You can see good, clear Pruda. All the detail on there. There's the canopy, a little bit off center. What's going on, Inkspill? Divus Augustus? I feel like I have one maybe on a different platform that does fixed price, but I don't think I have anything for you tonight, unfortunately. I'd love to, sell you those. They're great. Let me see. Is this also? No, we have some of the Nero ones. So these are like 24 start. Porcius Festus. Nero was a famous persecutor of Christians, but the Judean revolt would have gone on towards the end of his reign. This would have been a Pruda struck by Porcius Festus, who was the Roman governor over Judea under Nero towards the end of Nero's tenure. Let's see, this one's pretty clear as well. Probably be 24. Both this last one and this one are pretty nice. NCP WNO. Sesterci, I think I've got one or two. HTC, what is that coin? I'd love to grab it for you. I'm not seeing it immediately in front of me. This one also really solid. I wonder if this guy's the first popular guy named Festus. Because on the Parthian Tets, is this? No, I think we already sold that one, HGC. But I think there's a couple other ones that are quite similar to it. Now, if we haven't sold it, that means that I clicked the wrong thing a little bit earlier. This one is a really clear NCP. But we can do those. I've sold, I think at this stage, only in 2 shows we've sold 9 of the 15 Parthian Tets for $199 starts. Most of them have stayed pretty near $199. To be honest. And so, man, this one's pretty cool too. We'll jump to Parthian Tets once these stop going. Very clear NCP WNO again on this one, as you can very clearly see. Just interesting. Judean Freddy gonna jump in here. The biblical stuff and biblical related is really fun. Ancient World, I mean, it is just a nice connection and comparatively not too expensive. Clear, very clear lettering on the side. HTC, nice win. This one, I think it may bid back right up, but sometimes I like to see $19 start just to let one go, because the NCPWNO is just a little flatter here, but then you get very clear lettering on the side. Next one's back to 24. It's got a great little frond. Nice BSUs. I'm really glad. I just saw them at a table in Central States show and had to go buy them. This one just great on this side. Very, very nice. I think it's like a frond. I'm not 100% sure. Brandon Farr. And I'm excited for... And do we want Pontius Pilates? They're $200, but they're also NGC graded. On Pontius Pilate, pretty much I'm always going to get that NGC graded. This one's a little... Oh, no, this side is nice. The other side is rough, though, but great on that side. NCPW, is clear there, but, man, this is the better side of it. We'll do a couple Parthian. I'll hold off on the pilot just yet. 970513. Number 13 of, I think, 15 total that I bought. You see Tyche on the reverse, I think, crowning the king, or maybe handing the globe to King Vologases. Jesus would have been like 4 BC to 33 AD or so, I want to say. This Parthian ruler would have come a little bit after him. This one's a really sharp. I guess we'll do 199, same thing. For this example, just want to show both sides clearly. Imposing Parthian style. And then we can go back, because, I mean, we've sold every one that we've offered. Take a look at some of these. That one's nice, 24 bucks. I see you, Jason. Yeah, that should sound good. That works on my end. Freddie in the lead, and I think I forgot to leave off sudden death. And let's see. Any other type of Judean? Yeah, we have Pontius Pilate. Hadrian or Titus, we have some Hadrian, but it's not too cheap, I will say. Let's see if there's other types. Did you see earlier? We have the Herodian. Let's see. Man, I'm missing that. Let's see. 02. Oh, that's got some cool, so kind of a crazy effect there. 24 bucks start. Yeah, sounds good. Let me grab. Very high relief almost. That's interesting looking. Pontius Pilate, cool. I'm also gonna grab the Hadrian. Nice one for Freddie. Here's the Hadrian. $179. I think the cheapest Hadrian VF is on eBay is by us. So the cheapest comp, but this is a cool reverse type. Not something I see too often. Very, very cool. And that one will go to John. Congratulations. This one I have for $239. This is Choice VF, so comps are stronger at the Choice VF grade, maybe a slightly less rare reverse type, but a good-looking Providentia. Yeah, these are silver, Sam. Pontius Pilate won't be silver. Cheapest Choice VF I saw on eBay was like $290 with shipping. And then here's the Pontius Pilates that are all going to be $199. I paid $155 for them. So, very nice furl. Pontius Pilate, 26 to 36. This would have been struck under Tiberius, 30 to 32. So, like right before they believe Christ was crucified. And then Titus, do we have any of? No, we do have some Trajan. Do we have any other Hadrian? Here's like a pretty cool, I think, Salus example. 189. And let me see. I think I have like a 49 buck shilling, or it's not a shilling. It's a 3 pence of Queen Elizabeth. This is a Salus feeding snake. Yeah, sounds good. BCA 131. What is that? Is that this big metal? No. Oh, you know what? I just made a ad. I'll get the princely state. I don't think I have that available in today's sale. Let me look to see if there's some similar themed stuff that I could do. No, but I did get in some cool like coin on. It would have to be coin on screen. Number 13. This is going to be a sudden death dollar start. Really nice looking India Delhi Sultanate pica with just fantastic style. It's a 1296 to 1316 AD Indian coin. Wow. I mean, it's totally on me for running that dollar start. And I am always so hesitant to do too much complaining. I feel like the when I have run those on eBay, though, they average like 19 bucks. So nice win. I think you did good on that. That's how it goes, though. No sudden death. A beautiful Crispus as Caesar bronze. Constantinian Crispus type. I think we'll pull this one back. Very, very solid. Ink spill currently at 27. Crispus 316 to 326 as Caesar, ruling underneath the Constantinian dynasty. Nice win for ink spill. And then let's see. Do we have any other? We have a couple more of the Judean biblical. Anonymous Christ or Justinian, we have a ton of that in our other office. I will be hopefully getting some in late next week. And so we should have, Justinian obviously is Justinian the Great, very prolific, late Roman kind of Byzantine. My cousins are actually Greek Orthodox. My aunt is Greek Orthodox. And so, they think highly of Justinian. This one's really nice. A little off center, but outside of that, fantastic Herodian bronze. And let's see what else. I'm gonna give like a probably like 10-minute warning or so on this show. This one's probably like a 29 start. Just got very well centered on that side and very solid on this side as well. The Hong Kong, yeah. I've been struggling to find those. Are they like WX64 something? At one point, I was getting like high 20s, but I just haven't run any in a long time because they're unk, or at least I graded a couple of them. This one should be up from 19. We'll just run into that for fun. 489, I believe. And I need to like do a whole re-inventorying because 489 did sell. Let me try to find the Hong Kong coins. That whole sub, basically people paid a bunch for them in different stream. I need to re-upload those ones, and that's on me. But it's gonna take a while to fully like get the time to go through this box in front of me and like re-upload all them. Oh, here it is. I think I'd like to get at least like $15 for it. Eric 336. Sure. Augustus would have been the ruler at the time of Jesus' birth. Probably like a $89 start here. No sudden death. In VF, it's pretty nice. Good detail of Augustus. Struck in Antioch. There's the reverse. Sonas Consulto, I think, could be repatented. It's not designated, but yeah, of course, Jesse. Pumped I could get to you. Let's see. Any other than Elizabeth? I should have some. I have something really cool, Tad. I don't know, it may be out of price range. On the other hand, it's kind of fun because it's kind of special. We have some Hoard shillings. I paid £100 for them. This is a very nice Kushan tetradrachm. Yeah, so I paid £100 for them. So that's like, what, 130 something? But they were dug up and they have the detectorist find and all the notes. I bought them from Silbury Coin. I've sold most of them, but it talks about the time. Here's where they were buried. It was during the Civil War, and so it comes with this booklet. But they found 12 or 11.99 of these shillings in the ground. Just a really interesting story, and I love in England. It's like the best system ever. They, metal detectorists. Some countries like ban people from metal detecting, but in England they say, look, people often will metal detect. People will find stuff. Just tell the government so that we can get an accurate record of what's been found. And so this is an amazing looking shilling. Again, I'm looking to make like $15 on them. I did pay 100 shillings each. I've sold a bunch of them at this stage, but we have both. This is King James the First. Really interesting. Civil War Hoard out of Ewerby. And so we have a couple of the different rulers. And you can see maybe there's one you like a little more or a little less. I don't know. They're a little larger in terms of their pricing, so I don't mind going through them. But it was found in fall of 2016. I mean, that one's actually pretty sharp. This is King Charles the First, so we have some of James, some of Charles. 12 pennies in silver of the Civil War Hoard. All right. Did any of these not go? Let's see. AF 209. Any closing requests here? Um, Late Roman bronzes. Man, not tons of them. This is cool. I paid 18 a piece. I tried to do a fun dollar start and it went for $2. So I don't want to do that. Maybe we could try 24. This is a tetradrachm of Hermaeus Soter, Bactrian ruler in the 1st century BC. They're a bit crude, but it's kind of fun to get a tetradrachm. Mat A Physics. We'll win one of them. This one's kind of an interesting style, actually. This may be a different, like in style of. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. I don't know this one. And then BCA, is that this one? Yeah, it is. That metal, I'd probably want to get like $49. It's huge. Really interesting. Patria Nova Certa Parvit Albertus Haleris. I'm not sure why I think that this is 1905, but I guess I do. I did at one point. Nice win for Texas. I also definitely may have late Roman bronzes I'm not remembering. Feels more likely to have some late Roman silvers or something. Elagabalus. Let me type Elagabalus' name in. Yeah, looks like we do actually have some. We have some. Here is a denarius of his. $54. It's crazy how prices have gone up a little bit. But this one I bought from a British collector recently. I also have some bigger like tetradrachms of Elagabalus, which those can get pretty crazy. And a pricier denarius. Mat Physics. Graded Denarii, yeah. Sounds good. Again, I am probably gonna call this one fairly soon. This one's like $149. It's great. If I had tons more of these in stock, I would probably go a little lower on some of them. But yeah, of course, Mat. Then we have the crazy, really nice AU Elagabalus. 179, big time Syrophoenician tetradrachm. AU Flanflaw will chip to the right of his head. Can always think about that and ask for it in a future show. Let's see. Here's a XF double denarius 114. It's going to have Jovi Statori on the reverse. Late Roman silvers. I don't think I have tons of siliquai. Larry Fine, I was not you, but I realized it was somebody. I think it was like Larry 5 or some guy with a really similar name is what I recognized when I thought that it was you. So it's kind of funny. Let me see. 2406. Here's like actually a pretty nice British India type. Maybe we'll close out with some of these guys. 1/12th Anna, King George V. Nice uncirculated look. Beautiful. try a couple. I do want to, I paid like double for them. So say I make $1. Very nice 1939 12th Anna. And the following king struck in Calcutta. That graded Hadrian back there is $239. Should be way cheaper than anything on the bay. What's this one? Oh, that's kind of nice. A little bit of silver, half rupee. Um, AD 98 17. Is that? Yeah. It comes with a manual. I paid £100 for each. That's what I was explaining. So bought a bunch from Silbury Coin. They're going to come with the URB Civil War Hoard pamphlet that explains the Hoard. Really interesting. All right, let's do a dollar start, and then we'll say bye until the next time. Amazing Elamaean type to close out here. Thank you all for joining. I'm going to run. And hope you guys have an amazing night. Beautiful Elamaean type. Should potentially bid up quite a good bit. We're not at a profitable place, but also sometimes it's good to not have a profitable offering. So it's oh yeah, I can do the Hadrian for sure. That'd be fun. I'll try this. And then here's the Hadrian. And then let's find the Hadrian for 239. $239. Thank you all again. I'm so honored that you guys would spend a couple hours with Treasure Town here. We have Providentia ink spill. Victory. It was a Civil War shilling struck in the early 1600s. We have it dated to specific rulers. That was discovered. Nice win ink spill by a metal detectorist in England. So I bought about 20 of them for £100 each. And we have the 5 here. I have a pamphlet for each one that I bought. So, I'm making what, 15, 20 bucks? No, closer to $15 to sell them at that price. But they were discovered. You can see some of the dirt on them alongside many other. We'll be back on, I think, as early as Monday, 159. But I could also, I'd sell up to these 5. Have enjoyed them. I think I've sold about 10 of the 20 so far. They've been pretty popular, but also I've now sold a good number. Atocha, not too many, Barn. So yeah, thanks again. Let's go find, I like Apex. I haven't seen him on in a while, so let's raid Apex Numismatics.